Welcome into the Main Event Broadcasting Network. I'm Timmy McCormack, Director of Athletic Communications. Today we'll be sitting down with head women's lacrosse coach Emily Jacquette to talk a little bit about the upcoming 2015 women's lacrosse season here at Piedmont College. Coach Jacquette, pleasure to have you in here at the Main Event Broadcasting Network. You got 2015 season's already upon us. It's kind of crazy.
Where's the year going?
I know. 2014 feels like it just ended, and now here we are in 2015. You had a great season last year, an undefeated run in the conference regular season, 8-0 to win the conference regular season championship. Just a really unbelievable second year as well for your program. How do you feel about this coming year? You got a few preseason practices kind of under your belt. You've seen your team a little bit. You know, what are we going to look like here in 2015?
We're excited to be back.
Right.
14, I think, set a very solid foundation for our program and where we want to go. And we feel like 2015, with the challenging schedule that we have this year and some great new freshmen, is going to be an exciting one. So we're working on fundamentals, working on formulating our strategy for the new year. So we're excited to be back.
Yeah, you know, it's funny you say foundation. I would think 14-3 and 8-0 in conference play would be kind of the bar, but you say foundation, that means we're going to go higher. That's impressive. So here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. So 2015 already here. You had 5 freshmen come in this year, new pieces. How do the newcomers look? Any stand out so far to you so far in the practices?
We have some great athletes in our freshmen. We've added Francesca on the defensive end, Caitlin on the offensive end. Ashley Bruner is going to be running midfield for us, and they're just athletic. They're hungry to learn the game. They want to contribute to the success that we've had and be a part of the future of our program.
Right.
And we're excited with some of the great athletes that we've been able to add this year.
Well, and adding those pieces, of course, to what you have coming back, I think it's become kind of one of the more feared attacks here in the region for sure, with, of course, Narducci, Douglas, and Jones, kind of the 3 main attacking pieces coming back, 3 of your top scorers. It really was impressive the year they had last year, how they were so able to blend in with each other one after another, and it really has been impressive what they've done so far. And here they're all underclassmen again here now in this season, so here we go. How important will their experience from last year be to your attack this season?
I've really challenged them this year to teach the girls that are the freshmen and the sophomores that are below them that are joining that unit, and to kind of be the example, but also to set the bar higher for themselves. Like, this is what we accomplished last year. How can we get better this year? How can we continue to capitalize on those strengths that we have at the offensive end? That unit is intact. They are a force to be reckoned with.
They are, yeah.
And they are excited about building off of what they were able to start last year. In having their ability to not just score, but to set each other up to score, that's equally important to us, to be able to score, but to assist as well. And so that's something that we're really focusing on growing again this year.
Yeah, it always seemed like especially when we had a home game, it seemed like just one of them shined so brightly. Whether it was Narducci or Douglas or Jones, one of them took over a game at some point or another, and really kind of set the kind of the margin, really, as far as where you're able to get so strong, so wings. Really impressive so far has been your attack. Also the midfield, though. Talk about Connor, Maggie, 2 all-conference performers from a year ago. How important they'll be now to your team here as we go moving forward in 2015.
They are so athletic. They are so committed to winning the draw and getting the ball to our offensive end, but then really riding that out and making sure that they contribute at the defensive end as well. And that's really what the model that we have for our midfielders is, to be the all-around players that can statistically set us up to score, but also keep those balls out of the goal cage at our defensive end. And 2 first-team all-conference performers that are the most selfless players on our team. They want to make everybody else look good, and we're just really fortunate to have them, excited to not get hopefully another 2 years out of them. So they're juniors.
It's so crazy how young they are, because of course your team program just started 2 years ago, so these kids we feel like have been around for ages. They're only in their junior years. So it's just kind of,
we're lucky in that regard.
Very lucky, very true. And the challenging schedule for your team here in 2015, you open with Greensboro and Ferrum. Trips on the slate here in your conference portion of your schedule, 2 of the top 4 teams in the league from last season. However, you open with 5 straight home games here, of course, to start the season as well. Why is that important for your team this season?
Well, I think it is exciting. The girls have a lot to look forward to, knowing that we're going to be playing, the first 5 games of our season, where we're going to make mistakes, we're going to learn on them, and we're going to be able to improve upon them at home on our field where we're most comfortable. It was not the plan originally to have 5 home games to start, but
I'm shocked.
we had some, and we had a couple teams drop their programs in the conference, and that actually afforded us the opportunity to fill in some more home games as opposed to some more away games. And I think we're going to be real comfortable by the time we go into playing conference play, because we're going to have been at home, and that's really where we shine the brightest, is on our home field.
Yeah, I think you've seen different philosophies from different coaches in the past too. Some are very comfortable being on the road a long time. Some want to be at home for a long time. It's been nice. Our baseball programs in one of those perennially plays seems like half of their games at least are at home. So it's just so nice and comfortable to have all those games here for the fans, especially with the support that your program's gotten as well here at the time that you guys have just briefly started. It's been really, really nice to see so far. Of course, we know you take it one game at a time, Coach. We understand that completely. Looking ahead, though, a key matchup this season will be the highly anticipated March 21st matchup with Meredith College as they come to Walker Athletic Complex. It's kind of a budding rivalry here in the USA South. You played them last year, of course, and went to overtime for the conference championship. Meredith came out on top. You won the regular season undefeated. We're seeing a little bit of a rivalry develop here a little bit too, and what a great time for this game to be at home here at Walker Athletic Complex. A great game to highlight on your 2015 schedule. Both are relatively new programs as well. How has this budding rivalry kind of helped the sport grow here in the USA South Athletic Conference specifically, as well as in the region?
Well, I think that I have a lot of respect for the Meredith program. They started the same year that we did, and I think what both of our programs have been able to demonstrate is that age does not define ability.
Right.
And that, your talent is based on the amount of work that you put in, and your performance can put you at the top of the conference regardless of whether you have seniors and juniors. And so for both of us, we've been competing for the last 2 years with young teams. And so I think that what that has done for us is attracted a lot of attention for our conference. Hey, you can come down here, you can play at a young age, you can be successful, you can win a bid to the national tournament and perform on the biggest stage in our sport, which everyone strives to do. And we're excited to be back on our home turf this year, and I think both of our teams really respect each other, but we want to win. So
yeah, it's going to be a good one, Coach. We're looking forward to it. I was on hand for that one last year, and it was such a good game, back and forth. I don't think either team ever led by more than 3 or 4 at least in that conference championship game. What a game that was. The opener for the 2015 season comes for the home opener on February 20th against Hendrix College, set to start at 4 p.m. here right at Walker Athletic Complex. Live coverage provided on Main Event Broadcasting Network for all 5 of those games, of course, opening up as well. So nice to see that as well. What is your team doing to prepare for the opener here as we get ready to start?
We want to make sure that we possess the ball, that we maintain possession. When we do that, then we're able to put the ball in the cage, or we have the most opportunity to put the ball in the cage. So we want to work on our fundamentals. We want to be fundamentally sound in our catching and our throwing and how we communicate and how we work together. And that's what we're focused on right now. The fancy stuff comes later. You earn the right to be fancy when you can do the little things well. Yeah. So we're focused on doing the little things well, and we just want to open up the season and set the stage for success for a great 2015 season. We've
seen you guys working on those fundamentals here in preseason practices. The 2015 season is almost upon us. Coach, good luck here in 2015. We appreciate you joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. You've been watching an interview with head women's lacrosse coach Emily Jacquette here at Piedmont College. Make sure you tune into all the action here of the Lady Lion lacrosse team in 2015 as they open on February 20th against Hendrix College here at Walker Athletic Complex, set to start at 4 p.m. with live coverage provided to you courtesy of the Main Event Broadcasting Network.